Hi everybody, how's it going today? Clint back here. Today I want to show you a cool light from Streamlight that came out this year. This is the TLR-1 HL. That stands for high lumens. This one is rated at 630 lumens. Now the big debate online is that that's too bright for what you need. That's way too bright. You're going to blind yourself and all this stuff. And that's, in my opinion, just not true. Brightness is good. One thing that we have to think about it too, not just peak brightness in one spot, but quantity of light. The peripheral illumination, the circle around the spot in the center, is substantially brighter or bigger, let's say, than the previous versions and other competing lights.
Really wide beam on this thing.
It has really nice peripheral illumination. If you're in a dark room and you have a spot and it only hits one spot, but there's a guy that can see you and can take you out from another area, then you've got a problem. So this actually illuminates a whole big area. Okay, this is the box it comes in. Real exciting, I know. It comes with several different adapters. I think they give you, it looks like 4 adapters, so it'll fit any Picatinny rail or gun rail style. Super bright. It's powered by 2 CR123 lithium batteries. They have a really long shelf life, and they also work in cold and temperature extremes, which I know from camera days when we used to have different types of batteries we could put in. I put it in alkalines and go out and shoot in January, and they die on the first long exposure that I have. This one, which is really bright, by the way, with the lithiums it won't die. Now they do say the runtime is substantially shorter. The previous one at 300 lumens got 2.5 hours of runtime out of it, continuous runtime. This one is 1 hour and 15 minutes continuous, so it's half the runtime. If you use it on and off a little bit, I pretty much guarantee you're going to get more than 1 hour and 15 minutes because the batteries are going to rest. But on a continuous draw, it puts more strain on the batteries. Okay, here it is on a Glock 19. I'll safety check the weapon for you. There you go. Empty chamber. Anyway, so that gives you an idea of size. It does protrude out a little bit from a 19. A 17, you're going to be barely protruding. It fits really nice on the short rail of the 19. Here is the attachment point. You've got a screw here, and once it's spring-loaded, so once you, if you're removing it, you push it in and it just pops right off. So that's pretty convenient. You push it up for temporary on, and you push it down, and it's permanently on. Very bright. You push it down twice, actually, or push it up and then push it down right away, and you have a strobe mode, which is very disorienting to anybody. I mean, look at that. It's driving me nuts just looking at the camera. But very bright. You know, people are skeptical. Oh, it's not really 630 lumens. Well, it's probably 630 lumens right at the light source. You know, just like anything, there's going to be some losses. There's going to be losses as the batteries, you know, as the life on the batteries gets older, as you use it. You know, 45 minutes into your runtime, it's probably not going to be quite the intensity, even though it's regulated output. But starting with a really nice bright light is just going to ensure that you're going to maintain acceptable, usable brightness, you know, a half an hour later. One change they made on this for the HL model, obviously a different LED module. The front reflector is a bit larger, just slightly larger, a little bit different texture. This one's pretty smooth inside. It also has some rings here. It's like a heat sink for the lamp, so it can get rid of some of that heat, but it does get hot. It says hot right on the side, you know, like McDonald's coffee cups, so nobody sues them. People keep saying on how this is so bright it's gonna
it's going to blind you in the room. You know, I can go in a dark room and turn this on, which I have. It doesn't blind you. It may look like it in the video, but in person I can see the wall just fine. You can see the texture on the wall and everything. The more importantly, it is going to blind who's ever in front of this light, which is the half the idea of the weapon lights. Not only so you can see the, you know, your target, but it's so they can't see you and they can't see at all. Really, it's a blinding effect. And this one certainly does have it, especially, and that's gonna disorient anybody. So yeah, I say more brightness is better, and let's not forget this is close quarters we're talking about in here. When it's really going to come into its own is in a long range scenario or outside. Outside, you know how bright a 630 lumens is. It's not even like one headlight on a car. So, you know, the more light, the better. You need to shine it 100 feet to see where somebody ran behind some containers or something. You know, the more brightness, the better. So it's got that spot. It's got really good peripheral illumination. And from the comparison I've seen and the peripheral illumination versus the Surefire X300 Ultra, this one was actually better. So I picked this one up. Both, I think, are excellent lights. You know, it's a dilemma for me. Which one? Surefire X300 Ultra or the TLR HL? Both look like excellent lights. Both have excellent product support. This one is less expensive. So, went with this one. Only thing I'm not super excited about is this little silver ring. It's just a minor gripe. It's an aesthetic thing. But that little silver ring, if it was all black, I think it would look a lot cooler, a little more tactical looking. Plus, with the short barrel of the 19 or any, you know, more compact handgun, the carbon and the the gases from your round are gonna hit the light, and they're probably going to color this ring black on top, and then it's just going to look a little bit ragged instead of just being all black, and then you won't be able to see the carbon as much. I had a house nearby. Let's see how it lights this up. About 20 feet back. You can see into the house. See how wide you can see the peripheral illumination. Very big circle.
Thanks for watching.